ろしくお願いします. Well, it's finally another Sunday. We just finished Sesshin. We had a lovely ceremony for Daishu-in last weekend. Everything went very, very well. We had a good crowd here. And the weather actually was rainy. Go figure. So we actually had to have the ceremony, inside and eat inside. And just kind of like it was winter or something. And now it's back to it's been nice for the last couple of days, but it's going to get rainy again. So I'm glad to see we're having some seasonable weather finally. Good to see. And, Sesshin's always great. No surprises there. Just the usual intensities. Hi. So Master Obaku says, this is number 17 according to John Blofeld. Just the beginning. Master Obaku says, ordinary people all produce thought based on circumstance, thus leading to cycles of attachment and aversion. If you wish to be free of these circumstances, you must simply forget the mind itself. If the mind is forgotten, then the circumstances are empty. If the circumstances are empty, the mind is extinguished. If one tries to clear away the circumstances without forgetting the mind, the circumstances cannot be removed, and it only increases confusion and disturbance. Thus, all phenomena are only mind, and mind itself cannot be gained. What then remains to be sought? Right. The best entry point here, I think, is there isn't anything we can do to prepare ourselves for the moment. I said this to the people here for Sesshin at some point, but all of our machinations, all of our calculations, they might be useful, okay? You remember to pay your bills and you remember to fill up the car with gasoline before you go on a trip and all that. That's fine. But those things, they never actually reach the reality of the moment. The reality of the moment is completely unreachable by the mind. It is spontaneously revealed. There isn't anything. You can't add anything to it, as Master Obaku said a few weeks ago. What could you add to that mind which already exists everywhere? So there isn't anything we can do to reach it. It's actually, we can only make it more difficult. He calls that increasing confusion and disturbance here. We have to, he says, forget the mind. And again, this is where a few weeks ago I rendered this forgetting the mind as eliminate the machinations of the mind, because that it has that nuance of sneakiness, that we're trying to get away with something. We're trying to somehow twist what is to our liking. It never works out, but we persist anyway. We like to pretend. We just sort of ignore it when it doesn't work out. Pretend like maybe it'll be better next time. It's not going to be better next time. Well, I mean, it might. What do I know? But it won't last forever, that's for sure. And actually, when we try, it's better if it doesn't go our way. Because if we succeed, quote unquote, and get away with it, then or even if we don't, whatever it is, whether we win or lose, if we're focused on the winning or the losing of it, then we've actually robbed ourselves of the opportunity to meet the moment as it is, pure and beautiful and open. We've robbed ourselves of that intimacy by being attached to surfaces. There's a realness, a naturalness, an intimacy with things as they are, which we lose when we're caught up in the machinations of the mind. So Master Robaku, he exhorts us to if we wish to be free of circumstance, to forget the mind. And again, this is where John Blofeld goes, he renders this extinguished conceptual thinking, which is fine, except it makes it sound like no thinking happens, which isn't. Thinking happens, we're just not caught up in the thinking. It doesn't belong to anybody. We're not insisting on ourselves as the main player, center stage. Things just arise as they arise naturally. So the mind being forgotten means that we're not owning everything. We're not putting ourselves primary like that. Mind is forgotten. Things are as they are. We're not insisting. And then circumstances are empty, as he says. And if we fail and get caught up in things, as we inevitably will, or I inevitably do, and just deal with the circumstances by being attached to those forms, by being attached to how things are supposed to be, by taking refuge in manifestation. Here we have a very particular way of doing things. At the monastery, everything is done a particular way. Things are always done the same way every day, every year, over and over and over again. And if you mess it up, you get yelled at. So you want to do it right, so you don't get yelled at. Well, whether you do it right or wrong, that's what that was. Being concerned with that rightness or wrongness is trying to clear away the circumstances and not looking at the mind, not forgetting the mind, putting yourself center still. So after a while, you learn that, you just try your best, and whether you win or lose and get yelled at or not, well, that's what that was. Beautiful and pure and as it is, completely. And there's actual openness and freedom and relaxation there, which there isn't if we're always insisting on protecting ourselves. And are we winning? Are we losing? Am I going to be okay? You're not going to be okay. And it's better. It's better to not be okay. The self just arises in accordance with everything else. But it takes that, cultivating that intimacy, that openness to whatever arises, takes persistence and effort and courage. it's a prerequisite. As far as I can tell, there's no way around it. It has to be looked into with bravery and insistence, determination. So, another week, another session, another year. The wheel just keeps on turning, and we have another opportunity to steel ourselves and put our courage to the sticking place, and be brave and intimate with what is. So, thank you for tuning in and helping to make this session happen. As always, if you would like to get in touch, there's an email, contact@daishu-in.org, daishu-in-west.org, excuse me, and it comes straight to me. And I'm always available if you want to talk about practice. We have the weekend program next weekend. It starts on 11 a.m. on Saturday. We don't have any spaces available, but we will be doing it again in August. So if you were interested, send me an email and we'll make sure that we save a spot for you. Arigato gozaimasu. Next Sunday, same time, same station. Thank you.